Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mitesh Gala. Welcome to Rough Book, a learning companion.
With exercise 2C. So before we begin the exercise, a few instructions for all of us to follow for this exercise. Now here what are they going to do is, they will give you the interest for consecutive years. For example, if the principal is rupees 100, rate is 10%, then the interest for first year will be 10 rupees if you calculate. Likewise, if you calculate the interest for the second year, it will be 11 rupees. So what they will do is, they will not give you the principal, they will not give you the rate either, they will give you only I1 and I2, and they will ask you to calculate the rate and principal. So using these two, how are you going to calculate the rate and the principal? So the rate formula that we have generated, I2 minus I1 into 100 divided by I1. Basically we are subtracting these two, I2 minus I1 into 100 divided by I1, which is 10. So 1 into 100 by 10. When I cancel, I get the rate as 10% automatically. What have I done is, I am trying to calculate the interest on interest. So 11 minus 10 is 1 rupee on interest, which I taught you in the first video of the compound interest. That compound interest is the interest on interest. So that logic we are trying to use, and we are trying to calculate the rate. What I want you to remember is this: whenever rate is asked, I2 minus I1 into 100 upon I1. This is not standard. This can keep on changing. First the bigger, or you can say the second year or the third year, the bigger year, minus the smaller year divided by the previous year, that is first year. Is that clear? This can also be amount. Then it will become A2 minus A1 upon A1. Please remember that. I want you to use this logic and try solving sum number 1. One more part, they can also ask you principal. Once you know the rate, now when the principal is asked, you stick to the previous method, let the principal be rupees 100, and then the unitary method. I hope you remember that. So we are going to use the same logic again. So I want everyone to try sum number 1. Come on, go ahead please and see to it that you are getting sum number 1. It says a sum is invested at compound interest compounded yearly. If the interest for 2 successive years, so I1, I am considering it as rupees 5,700, and I2 is given to you as 7,410. Your question is calculate the rate. So how are you going to calculate the rate? You already know the formula. I2 minus I1 into 100 upon I1. So I will get 7410 minus 5700 into 100 upon the previous one, that is 5700. So the difference in these two cases should be 1710. 0, 1, 7 and 1. Let's recheck. 0, 1, 7 plus 7, 14, 5, 6 and 1, 7 into 100 upon 5700. So 2 zeros. 57 ones are 57 threes are. So 3 into 10, 30%. So therefore rate is equal to 30% should be your answer number 1. How many managed to get the same answer? Superb. I want you to try sum number 3. Now in this exercise there is nothing new except this, that they will ask you rate or principal, 2 things, and they will connect you to some of the previous questions again. So let's try sum number 3. A certain sum amounts to rupees 5292 in 2 years. So that is A2 given to you. 5292 rupees is the amount in 2 years, and 556.0 in 3 years. So A3 555 6.60 in 3 years. Then calculate the rate and original sum. So R and P both have been asked, which is what we already know how to work it out. Come on, pause the video. The formula is A3 minus A2 upon A2 into 100. Come on, try calculating the rate everybody. I repeat, A3 minus A2 into 100 upon A2. Come on, go ahead, calculate the rate, and for the principal then you are going to use let the principal be 100, that method, unitary method. So 555 6.60 minus 5292 into 100 upon 5292. Let's see what's the difference and try and calculate the answer correctly. So this is going to be 0.60, 2 minus 6 4, 9 minus 15, so that's going to be 6, 3 so 2, 0. So 264 into 100 upon 5292. So I am taking one zero and one decimal, second zero, second decimal. So 26460 5292. If you are smart enough, 2646 ka double is going to be this. So ones are, that means 1 and 0. So 10 times twice. 2 ones are 5s are. So I managed to calculate my rate. Now to get the principal, I will say let principal be rupees 100. Later for first year, see I have to reach to A2, alright, in order to use the unitary method. So for first year, I am trying to get I1. So 100, rate is 5%. So my interest becomes 5 rupees. So then my A1 is 100 plus 5, 105 rupees. For the second year, I2, so that will be 105 into 5%. So 25, 525. So 5.25 rupees. So I managed to get my A2 then. 105 plus 5.25 becomes 110.25 rupees. Now that I managed to get this, let's use the unitary method P and A2. So when the principal is 100, this is 110.25. So 5292, how much will be the principal? So 5292 into 100 upon 11025 into 100, yeah, dividing by 25. So 25 4s are 100. So 10 102, again 4s are 20, so 1s are. So 441 is a square of 21, that means 3 and 7. So this can be divided by 7, or maybe 441 directly also we can try. Can I try 441 12 times? So 12 ones are 12, 1 carry 48 and 1 49, 4, yes. So 1s are 12s are. So 12 4s are 48 and 2 more zeros. So that gives me 4800. Yeah. So I got my principal as 4800 and I got my rate as well as 5%. So we managed to get both the answers. A typical question what you will see in the exam. So first you are supposed to find the rate, and once the rate is sorted, then you are supposed to find the principal. How to get the rate? You have the formula. And how to get the principal? Whenever principal is asked, we know that consider it as 100. Come on, I want you to try the next one. Sum number 5. Simple question. Most of you all should be able to go ahead. Come on, try it, guys. Let's race. A man invests 8,000. So his principal is rupees 8,000 for 3 years at a certain rate of interest compounded annually. At the end of 1 year, it amounts to. So at the end of 1 year, it amounts. So amount at the end of 1 year, A1, 9440 rupees. The question is find the rate, and then there are a couple of questions more. So first let's find the rate. So using this I can find the interest straight away, or I can use A1 minus P into 100 upon P. This is basically A1, this is A0. That is the principal, okay? So rate 9440 minus 8000 into 100 upon 8000. Or you can use the typical interest formula, subtract, get the interest as 1440, and then use I is equal to PRT by 100. So your interest will be 1440, principal 8000, rate unknown, time 1 year and 100. So you can get the rate. Either of the methods, you should get the same answer. So 1440, 100 by 8000, 3 zeros get cancelled, 8 ones are 8, 64, so 8 8s are. So you should manage to get your rate as 18%. Let's go for the second part. The amount at the end of second year. So you have the amount at the end of first year. Using that you can go ahead calculate the amount at the end of second year. Let's see how are we going to do this. So I will say for second year, directly start from here. So I2, principal 9440, take this as your principal, which is A1, becomes P2 into rate 18% upon 100, cancels. So 18 into 944 into 18 is what we'll have to calculate. So let's go into a rough work and let's calculate it. So 944 into 18. So 8 4s are 32, 32 35, 72 75. So 441 2998. So 8992. 899.20 rupees. So therefore amount at the end of 2 years, which is the principal for the third year, becomes 9440 plus 899.20. So 9 plus 4 13, 12 and 1 13, 9 and 1 10.20 rupees. Yeah. So that is your 5 part 2. Try for 5 part 3. What does it say? Come on, go ahead. See if you're getting the same answer. Just let me recheck this. Did I mess up somewhere? 8 4s are 32, 32 35, 72 75. So 441. So 299 and 8, 8992.20. So that's the amount at the end of second year. Now interest accrued for the third year. Come on, go ahead. Yeah, I'm so sorry, one small error. This is 1699.20. 1699.20. Here I will get 1699.20. So we get a new A2. So that should be 9. 9 plus 4 13. 10 and 1 11. 9 10 and 1 11.20 rupees. Yeah, how many managed to get this? Perfect. Let's go for the third part. For third year, the third part is interest accrued in the third year. So interest accrued in the third year, 1139.20 into 18% divided by 100. Come on, let's calculate this. What do we get? This is slightly unusual. Lot of calculations here. You should get 2005.60. Yeah, I agree. Lot of calculations here. Such tough sums you cannot expect in the exam with so much calculation. But yeah, this type of sum you can expect with easier numbers. Yeah. Once you are done, I want you to now try sum number 7. Let's go with complete concentration this time and get this sum straight. Ramesh invests 12,800 for 3 years. So principal 12,800 for 3 years at the rate of 10% per annum. Find the sum due to Ramesh at the end of first year. So simple. So for first year, I1, 12,800, 10%. So that becomes 1280 rupees. How many managed to get this? Yeah, but this is not your answer. Your answer is going to be at the end of first year. Question is find the sum due. So that will be A1 or P2, 12,800 plus 1280. So that gives me 0, 8, 10, 4, 1, 14,080. Are you with me till here? 14,080. The second part, the interest he earns during the second year. So come on, go ahead, check the interest he earns during the second year. So for second year, let's see what's the answer for this for second year. So I2, 14,080 into 10%. So 1408 rupees. That should be my second part. And then the third part, total amount at the end of the third year. So here first I'll have to calculate A2 or P3. That will be 14,080 plus 1408. So 88441. And now I will calculate for the third year. So for third year, interest will be 14,488, 10%. So that should be 14,408.80. My question is, what is the amount at the end of the third year? So now I will calculate A3, which should be 14,488 plus 14,408 0.80. So 0.80, 8, 8, 16, 12 and 1, 13, 8 and 1, 9, 5, 1. So it should be 15,936.80. Is it? Or have I messed up again? Yeah, lots of errors in this video. I'm really sorry for this. This should be 4 plus 1, 5. So 15,000 and then 15,000. So this will be 1548. 15,000, 1548. So 8, 13, 1, 9 and 1, 10. So 1, and this will be 16,036.80. 9 and 1, 10, 1, 5, 6 and 1, 7. So sorry, 17,036.80 rupees. Yeah, I'm not removing any of the errors from the video. Although I do the errors, I'm keeping it in the video so you also realize how mistakes can happen. And these are mistakes from my side. So we need to be more cautious and more focused. So let's try one more sum. This time I hope no errors. Sum number 9. Based on depreciation. So let's focus. The cost of a machine depreciated by 4,000 during the first year. So D1 4,000 and 3,600 during the second year. So D2 3,600. Number 1, calculate the rate of depreciation. So now it will not be D1 D2. Yeah, it will not be D2 minus D1, but it will be D1 minus D2 because it's reducing. Into 100, always upon the previous year. Okay, so 4,000 minus 3,600 into 100 upon 4,000. So 2 zeros cancel. This will be 400 upon 40. So I get the rate of depreciation as 10%. This was simple. Now original cost of machine. So they want you to find the principal. So whenever principal is asked, we say let the principal be 100. Now if the principal is 100, my D1 will be 100. I will try and reach to D1 so that I can use unitary method. So 1 into 10%. So that is 10 rupees. And now the unitary method, principal and D1. So when the principal is 100, D1 is 10. So when the D1 is 4,000, how much is the principal? So 4,000 into 100 upon 10. So that gives me 40,000 rupees. So I managed to get my original sum. So I will write therefore original value is equal to 40,000 rupees. Sorted? Now let's go for the third part. The cost at the end of the third year. So we have already got the original value. So I will write, see, original value is 40,000. Depreciation for the first year is already calculated. Even second year is calculated. So if I subtract these two from here, I can manage to directly get the principal for the third year. Are you getting it? 40,000 minus first year minus second year. So that will be 7,600 straight away getting subtracted. So 32,400. This should be the principal for the third year. My question is cost at the end of the third year. So now I will say for third year and I will calculate D3. 32,400, 10%. So I shall get 3240. So therefore final value at the end of third year, that is amount at the end of third year, right? So that should be 32,400. Since it is depreciation, we are subtracting it. I hope you remember the depreciation type of questions. So first 0, 6, 2, so 1, 9 and 29. Anyone managed to get the same answer? 29, 160? Yeah, superb. That's correct. Let's go to the next one. Sum number 11. So depreciation, are we very clear how to go about it? First we calculated the rate, then the principal by using unitary method. After that we calculated the third year's principal so that we can go into the third year and get it. Otherwise, the few people start with 40,000, they do first year, second year, third year, then reach here. Lengthy method, still you get the same answer. I want you to try sum number 11. Come on, go ahead. Pause the video, try the sum on your own. Let's see if you manage to get the 11th one on your own. A man borrows 10,000. So principal at the rate 10% compound interest. At the end of each year, he pays back 30% of the sum borrowed. How much money is left unpaid just after the second year? So you have to go till 2 years. Okay. So let's go part by part. For first year. So this is interest. So I1 10,000 10%. So I get 1,000 rupees. Now paid back. So repaid. How much is the repayment? 30% of the sum borrowed. Sum borrowed is 10,000. So how much is the amount repaid? 3,000. So therefore principal for the second year. So original sum plus the interest minus the amount paid back. So 11 minus 3, that should be 8,000. Now for second year, yeah, I2 8,000 10%, so it should be 800 rupees. Once I get 800 rupees, P3. Now they said just at the end of second year. So this is the end of first year. Now we are trying to get to the end of the second year. So second year, no repayment. Directly pay the entire amount straight away. So that should be how much? Think and get me the correct answer. Come on guys. So just at the end of the third year, second year, P3, or you can say amount at the end of second year should be 8,000 plus 800 minus 3,000, which is paying back at the end of each year, which we got it here. You need to subtract that. So 5,800. This is the amount being left which has to be repaid yet. Are you with me till here? Is everyone following what's happening? Super. Let's go for the last sum of the exercise. Alright, let's start with the last sum of the exercise. Sum number 12. Please read the question carefully. There is a lot of catch in the question. A man borrows rupees 10,000 at the rate of 10%. At the end of each year, he pays back 20% of the amount of that year. Amount of that year. That's very important. So for first year, I1 10,000 10%. So becomes 1,000. Yeah. Go further. Therefore, amount at the end of this year is going to be 10,000 plus 1,000. 11,000. Now what is the amount being repaid? So let's calculate the repayment. So repaid 20% of the amount of that year, that is 11,000. Okay, don't mess up here. So 11, 20 to 100. This is the repayment. So what will be the principal for the second year? 11,000 minus 2,200. So that should be 8,800. Now go for the second year. Many people mess up here by taking this repayment as 10,000 or maybe 11,000. 11,000 is the correct one. Now I2 8,800, 20%, sorry, 10% is the interest. So I get 880 rupees. Once I get this 880, what will be my repayment? Because it is different for each year. This is going, before that I'll have to calculate the amount at the end of 2 years, which is 8,800 plus 880. So that should be what? 9,680. Am I right? And then take this 9,680 and calculate 20% of that for repayment. So 8 2s are 16, 12 and 1 13, 18 and 1 19. So this is the amount that has to be repaid. 1936. This is what is to be repaid. So therefore finally what is going to be the final amount? Because the question says what is the amount left unpaid. So final amount or unpaid amount. So that should be 9680 minus 1936. So 4, 5, so 4, 7, so no. So yeah, this will be 7 straight away, and your 8, so 7. So it should be 7744. I hope everyone manages to get the same answer. Yeah, it's an interesting question. Put a star beside it. For your homework, I want you to do exercise 2C, sum number 2, 4, 6, 8 and 11. Yeah. So until the next video, please update yourself regularly. Don't mess up anything. Don't lag behind. Otherwise, it's going to be piling up. And stay safe. Bye, guys.
Hope you had a lovely mathematics experience with the Rough Book, our learning companion.